I want to go through the expectations for this review worksheet. This week we are revisiting combining like terms because when we first worked with combining like terms, there were mistakes that students were making, and I'm sure that the source of the mistakes were just confusion over signs, over rearranging terms, things like that. So the directions for this worksheet say rewrite each algebraic expression so that the only operation is addition, then combine like terms, write the simplified algebraic expression in standard form, watch the video where I do number 1. You're watching the video now, so thank you for tuning in. So first part says rewrite each algebraic expression so the only operation is addition. So what you're going to do is you are going to use the fact that subtracting a number is the same as adding the negative of that number. So what that means is in the algebraic expression, wherever there's subtraction, rewrite it as addition by adding the negative of that number, right? So for number 1, for example, you have negative 3v minus 5w minus 2 plus 4v minus 8w. So I've got these minuses, minus 5w, minus 2, and minus 8w. I'm going to rewrite that as plus negative 5w, plus negative 2, and plus negative 8w. When you're here and when you hit enter, this 2, please get rid of it by hitting backspace. That'll get rid of the 2 for you. You don't need that 2. It's just an extra 2 that shows up. You must be in equation mode, so you need to go to insert equation whenever you write your solutions. All right, in equation mode, the letters don't look like English, they look like variables, which is what we need. So you're going to go negative 3v, then you're going to go plus negative 5w plus negative 2 plus 4v plus negative 8w. I want you to do this because I want you to show me that you understand this piece. Subtracting a number is the same as adding the negative of that number. That's important because you could really use this to your advantage in the future whenever you do certain math problems. All right. What's great about now rewriting all the subtraction, any subtraction you have as addition, what's really great about that is that addition is commutative. Addition is commutative, right? And that word commutative comes from the word to commute, which means to move, right? So what essentially this means, addition is commutative, is that the terms here can be rearranged in whichever way you want, whatever order you want, and that is allowed. That is okay. I can write the negative 8w first, second, third, fourth, or last. Wherever I want to put it, I can move it, right? So addition is commutative means you could do like 4 plus 3 equals 7, or you could do 3 plus 4 equals 7. The order of the addends right? The addends are the numbers that are being added. Addends are the numbers being added. The order doesn't matter. That's what commutative means. That I can move the terms around. I can put the 3 first instead of the 4 and put the 4 second, and I still get the same answer. I get 7 in both cases. So when I have a string of addition, right, like if I have 5 plus 2 plus 1, or 5 plus 3 plus 1, I could rearrange those numbers. I could do like 1 first and 5 second and 3 last, right? It doesn't matter the order. That's what it means for addition to be commutative. The numbers, the terms can be rearranged whichever way I want, which is why this piece, rewrite each algebraic expression so it's just addition. That's why that's so great, because one of the biggest mistakes I was seeing on the combining like terms worksheet from a couple weeks ago was rearranging terms incorrectly. Students would forget that they need to move the term with the operation that's in front of it. Right? So when you move the 5W, you don't just move the 5W, you move it with the minus that's in front of it. So you would move the minus 5W. But if you rewrite so that the only operation is addition, you don't have to deal with subtraction, because subtraction is not commutative, and you just have addition, and you don't have to worry anymore about forgetting any of the signs. You can just rearrange the terms however you want and then start combining like terms. So obviously, rearranging the terms however I want, I obviously want the like terms to be next to each other. So I'm going to do negative 3v plus 4v plus negative 5w plus negative 8w plus negative 2. Now I'm going to go insert equation. Now I combine like terms. Negative 3v plus 4v is going to be just v. Negative 5w plus negative 8w is negative 13w. And then we have a negative 2 at the end, our constant. Please, whenever you have plus minus next to each other, so like right here, plus negative 13, when you just leave the plus minus next to each other like that, it looks clunky and it's just hard to read. So please use parentheses around any negative terms so that you don't have any plus minuses next to each other. Right, so the parentheses are there just to separate the plus minus for me. And I would like you to do that on your worksheet as well. Once you're here, please rewrite it back to subtraction. So we're going to do, instead of plus negative 13, we're going to do v minus 13w. Instead of plus negative 2, we're going to do minus 2. So I'm putting it, so originally I rewrote the any subtraction I had as plus negatives. Now at the end I want to go back and undo that. Rewriting all of the minus signs into addition signs, that was in order for me to rearrange terms. So at the end I can put it back the way that it was originally. When you're finished, remember part of the directions are for you to write the simplified algebraic expression in standard form. Simplified algebraic expression, that's just the algebraic expression after you've combined the like terms. Standard form is when all the terms are in alphabetical order, and any constants are at the end. And the constants, those are just the numbers without variables. Those are at the end. So our simplified expression v comes before w, so v's first, 13w's next, and 2, which is the constant, the number that has no variable, that goes at the end. This is in standard form, so that's great. I don't have to rearrange any of the terms, right? If I did need to rearrange the terms, I would want it to be, I would want to rearrange it here so that I don't accidentally move. For example, I can't move the v and the 13w because subtraction's not commutative, right? So v minus 13w does not equal 13w minus v. I can't move those terms, can't commute them. So be careful here. If, for example, right, so just be careful about when you go to rewrite it in standard form. I would use this in order to rearrange the terms so that they are in alphabetical order, and then at the end rewrite any plus negative terms into subtraction. All right, hopefully that makes sense. If any of this didn't make sense and you need clarification on anything, let me know. We can get in contact through a Google Hangout Meet or a Zoom meeting and chat about this worksheet further. Don't forget that at the end, I want you to highlight your work and go over here where it says text color and color your work a color other than black or red so I can see where your work is, and please don't use red. All right, hope this goes well for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.